Jane Flavell Collins of Duxbury has been a familiar figure for nearly 30 years at the United States Courthouse in Boston. Collins is a courtroom artist for Channel 4, and she's covered many high-profile cases. Now, through September 30th, Collins is showing a different side of her artistic nature. She is exhibiting 30 oils, watercolors, and acrylics that show some of her favorite scenes from the South Shore and also from Maine, where she and her husband spend their summers. Collins was selected for the community exhibition program at the courthouse, which uses 3 different areas for public art. Her works are in the main lobby entrance.
Hi, my name is Jane Flavell Collins. I frequently come here as a courtroom artist, but I'm very happy that now I can display original paintings that I've done.
I love to go painting out of doors, plein air painting they call it. I work with a group from the Cohasset area, so very often we're doing that part of the world. In this case, the water was very angry and very blue-green and beautiful. Bluefish River right in the middle of Duxbury. It's something I pass every day. I'm very interested in the beautiful reflections in the water. When the sun is out and it's very, very still water, it's just beautiful. Of course, then it runs out, and you miss that. But if you get there at the right time of day, it's magic. Of lupin flowers. They come out in the spring in all the fields. You can just see them start to rise up out of the fields that haven't been mowed. And they're very beautiful in all purple and pink colors. Lighthouse in Pemaquid Point, Maine. It's very famous, really. You'll see it photographed everywhere. And it has wonderful lines, beautifully restored, and it now houses a museum, and you can walk right through it.
Collins recently talked about her most memorable courtroom case.
Connie and I are both courtroom artists. We only work in federal court in Boston. This case in particular was very, very interesting to the world. In fact, it was the biggest case that we ever covered. It was the case of the shoe bomber who was flying from Paris to Miami, and he had explosives in his sneakers. As he was trying to light them, the people as a whole, this was after 9/11, smelled the sulfur, and they jumped on him and held on to him for the 2.5 hours it took to get to the closest big city with federal court, which was Boston. After he was sentenced to life in prison, this Judge Young gave a long dissertation about how he, sir, was not any hero at all, and to look around at the American flag. It was the most touching speech I'll ever hear. And as he heard it, of course he's English, you understand, so he got more and more and more furious and enraged. And as he finished, the judge finished, they were taking him out, he started screaming and yelling at the judge. Remember, Connie?
Yeah, your God is not my God. Your country is not my country.
Yeah.
And they dragged him yelling and screaming out of the courtroom.
This had more rough water, but the colors were so beautiful. And I chose not to make that building in the distance very bright or very detailed, because I just wanted it to be a part of the entire scene.